I could see all of you already rushing in tonight. Thank you all so much for your support. And tonight, like I said, we're going to be talking politics, and we're talking about one of our own. We're talking about Henry Akanno, who is going into the parliament right here in Hamburg City, Germany, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, it's going to be a big one, and we need all the support of all the Africans, friends of Africans, right here in Germany, Hamburg City, ladies and gentlemen. He's already here with me in the studio. I'm going to be bringing him in a while, but just in about 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be talking to all of you. But all you need to do right now, ladies and gentlemen, call on your friends, your wife, your relative. Let everybody know that Henry is already here, and he's going to be giving out a lot of information. And guess what? The Burgermaster is going to be talking to all the Africans right here in Hamburg City, and Henry is going to be letting out the date, the time, and the place, and it's so important. So for this, ladies and gentlemen, the Burgermaster himself is having all of us at heart. He wants to come to us. You know, we are not going to him now. He is coming to us. So, and Henry is making it possible so that we really have the time to interact with him, ask questions, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why tonight is very important that you listen to what Henry is going to be letting you know. Thank you all so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you.
Yo, listen, people. Come chill, come circle down with any air, WhatsUp Naija boogie down. Now when they run out, jumps where they make sense, jumps where they make people feel the difference. Chai, why you talk about defense? Lady Erosion depend the existence. Rah! Yo, this is Lady Erosion, and I'm chilling with Tony Air on WhatsUp Naija, African Heritage Radio in Germany. Tune in every Thursday by 8 p.m. Tony Air.
Tony Air, èmi ò lè ṣe kémi máa gbọ́ WhatsUp Naija pẹ̀lú Tony Air. Èmi ò lè ṣe kémi máa gbọ́ ìyẹn lórí African Heritage Radio 96.0 FM ní nílùú Germany. Olọ́mọ Pétérù mi ò lè ṣe kémi máa gbọ́ ètò bá ètò WhatsUp Naija pẹ̀lú Tony Air. Pèrèpèrè lọ́tọ̀ pẹ̀lú Tony Air. Ọlọ́run bá mi ètò ìròyìn lórí rédíò African Heritage Radio 96.0 FM nílùú Germany ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Thursdays àtàgò 7 ìrọ̀lẹ́. Bó o bá gbọ́ kò tí miss, èmi ò lè ṣe kémi má gbọ́ kí má bá miss. Gbogbo ará ilé mi Ọlọ́mọ Pétérù àwòrán.
Already right, Tony, bring him in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is good. So I will say I'm honored, I'm blessed that we have such a forum platform, such a platform where we can use the radio to voice our mind. Also, what you need is also the support.
Right.
To support to make this, to enhance this thing, so that one day it will become bigger.
Exactly.
You've been in this business now for years. Everybody who knows you knows Tony Air.
Right.
And when I know Tony Air.
Thank you so much for your precious time. And I can see a lot of people already writing, bring on Henry, bring on Henry. Henry is here, ladies and gentlemen. And I wanted to keep it longer than this, but since my guests and my listeners are my priority, as soon as you said you want to hear from Henry, Henry is here right now, and we're going to be letting Henry talk to you. Henry, welcome to WhatsUp Naija on African Heritage.
Yeah, Mr. Tony, I'm glad to be back to you. I'm glad to be back in your station today, and I thank you so much for having me here on the air. I appreciate it so much.
Wow.
May God bless you what you do.
Amen. May God bless African heritage. Thank you, bro. So right now, you see, we're going to be talking politics. When I did advertise that you're going to be here today.
Yes,
A lot of people, even outside Germany, you can't believe it, even outside Germany, seeing the photograph, because I captioned it a Nigerian German. So that attracted a lot of people, even outside, to know that, there's a Nigerian. The Nigerians will say there's a Nigerian. African. The Ghanaians will say, there's an African. The Uganda will say there's an African contesting right here in Germany. So a lot of them have been, even in my inbox. I mean, there's been a lot of messages for you, and I know definitely they are all listening tonight. So first of all, I want to ask, what really prompted you to go into politics right here in Germany?
Yes, this is a very, very good question. It's a very, very good question. You know, it has not been an easy road, but it's something that goes back to where we all started. You know, we have been around for a very, very long time. I've been around here since 1991. It's been quite a journey, and we have all been integrated in the system, and I think it's a way to give back to the society. It's a way to leave a legacy that our children and those who are coming after us will be empowered, not to lock themselves up in the house, not going out to defend what is their own. So I think it's an obligation as somebody, as a statesman, as somebody who have learned about leadership, you know, to set an example, to set a role that is going to help our community, is going to help our children. We don't want our children to come up, you know, in a way in the future that they will not be comfortable in the place they call their home. So I think it is a great, great, great obligation, and also for me too, I think it's a great honor, first of all, for my party to have me in the list to contest in the first place. So I think it's a big chance. It's a great thing to do, and this is our chance to prove it, and this is a chance to take what belongs to us. So, and I believe that with all that we have learned in the past, that we can be able to bring it in the politics where laws are being made, and make sure that our minority group are being represented, are being heard in everything that being passed there in the parliament. Okay. So these are the things that motivated me in the first place.
All right, and you know, looking at your biography.
Yes,
you know, before I bring in anybody on my program, I like to do a background check.
Yes.
And I discovered that you know, you've been representing the community. Yes, I'm talking about the Beirat.
Yes, sir.
That you've been there. Yeah. You know, so and are you still there? Oh.
Yes. It's not only the Landes Integrationsbeirat that is in a nutshell, that is representative of the African in the Hamburg Parliament. Yes, it's still there. But it's not only that one. Where in my municipality where I live, I'm also in a small parliament there called the Stadtteilbeirat. There we are representing the neighborhood. Before then we go to the state level where we are being then elected to represent the African people in Hamburg. So that one is also it's a voluntary appointment. It's a 5-year tenure, and we have done a lot of things in that place. So we will be able to talk about the activities that I've been able to engage myself in the integration beirat in the city of Hamburg, and then the things that I have also done too in all these parts, because I have been able to win the Burger Prize 2018.
Wow.
Yes, 2018. And there are also some of the projects that I've done too that are being recognized as one of the best practices in the state of Hamburg. So this and among so many other things we will be
okay. So when we say Henry, ladies and gentlemen, Henry Akanno is not new to the politics of Germany. But this time around, you're taking it higher to the parliament.
Yes,
and because to me, when I saw your nomination, yes, I was really elevated, because I know it is not easy for the party itself to nominate and say, go and represent.
Yeah.
How long have you been with us? For the sake of our audience, Henry belongs to the party SPD.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So the t-shirt.
Yes, that's the t-shirt you're wearing right now. So for how long have you been in SPD?
I've been official member of the SPD since 2003.
Okay.
It started back in the years when I was having my first shop in the city of Hamburg. You remember when we were doing the hip hop shop? I was selling, jeans, FUBU, Fat Fam, Rockawares, Johnny Blaze.
Yes.
Then you remember the shop Touchdown Store. I was doing this. I did this for 10 good years in the city of Hamburg. So I mean, we have come a long way, man.
You know what? You just reminded me of something, ladies and gentlemen. In case you don't know, because there are still some people in Hamburg that don't know that Henry is one of the first Nigerian or African to have a shop
in Hamburg
City. Where there was no one.
Yes.
So when you mentioned it, I just remember it now. It's true.
I have actually break so many records. It's not that one. I was the first youngest African to own a shop in Hamburg.
And your first shop, I remember, was in Billstedt.
Yes, I started in Billstedt.
Then you moved to, I think, Vattenau?
Yes. Right. In Billstedt, it is called American Sportswear.
Yes.
And then I moved to Vattenau, and then I make it a little bit more bigger. Then it was called Touchdown Store.
Yes.
And at that time,
I still remember.
That time I mixed it up with also a whole lot of show business. We are bringing some singers. Mark Thaler here, walking distance. We are doing parties every time. We are doing parties every time. So we have been in the system for a while now.
I can understand. So right now we know who Henry is, how he started here, and part of the things that you have seen that is really motivating you and saying, look, I want to go in there and help my people. So right now, the election is coming up when exactly?
The Hamburg Parliament election is going to take place on the 23rd February 2020. Actually, the election has already started because the current parliament has a pilot project that we have established a booth in a central station, Monkeybestrasse. There is there now a pilot project where you can just go in, you present your ID card. Once you present your ID card, they will run it in the system, they find out where you live, and then they can give you immediately the voting documents, and you can cast your vote. I mean, the voting has already started. But those who want to cast their vote from home, you can apply for this from, I think, day before yesterday. That's when on the 14th January, that's when it started, that you can apply. So you can have the voting document delivered to your house. So you can comfortably, so that you don't forget, you can comfortably vote from home.
Okay, just for a little elaboration, because Henry is a Nigerian, first of all, let me call a German. So I want to make our people understand it, because the system we have back home and the system here, for them to know where Henry is coming from and where he's asking your help and where he's going to. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like when you are in like Edo State, for example, and you are in a political party in Nigeria, but you're right there representing Edo State somewhere. But now you want to go to the Senate, you want to go to the higher level in Abuja, then your party will now nominate you and ask people to vote for you. And you win, then you'll be going to Abuja. That's exactly what Henry is standing for right now. So that is why we are all asking everybody, all the Nigerians, Africans living right here in Hamburg City. His constituency is going to be letting you know, and from there, everybody's going to vote for Henry, and Henry is going to be coming to the center right here, where he's going to be representing everybody. So which of the constituency are you?
Yes, my constituency is Bergedorf. That is my choosing constituency. That's where I've been living all this while. My 3 kids are born there. It is this is the place I call my home at the moment, and we have been working also all the whole time together in this constituency to make things go fine. Is it in the school? Is it in the cultural center? Is it in the anti-discrimination center? I mean, we have done a whole lot of projects to make sure that the life and prosperity and peace and prosperity of the people who live there, that is well established. This we have been working very hard all the whole time, and it is showing out too. And that is why for me it's also a great honor to be nominated in the first place to contest, and that's where we are today.
Okay, so right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is another motivation for all the Africans living here in Germany. There's a lot of opportunities that we have. You know, I'm telling you, all you need is, first of all, learn the language, get the information, and Germany is so nice and so good, I must tell you. There's a lot of things you can do for yourself. You can improve your life. Like I keep telling a lot of people, a lot of us have been here for more than 10 years, and we are not still planning of going back home. So why don't we take all the opportunities we have here and have a better life for ourselves and then for our kids? Because we're already making children, already having children here. So this is already our home, whether we like it or not. And the Germans have openly, welcome us in and said that these opportunities, you can also come in and be what you want to be. In this country, especially in Hamburg state, I am so blessed, I'm so happy about it. Because right here in Hamburg, you want to be a policeman, as a black person, let me just use the language, you can. We have them. You want to work in the bank? You can. You want to be a radio presenter like me? You can. You want to be a politician? The opportunity is there for everybody. And Henry is an example of what you are seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen. So for everybody that has already gotten their voting card, by all means, please, Henry is going to explain how and where you're going to be voting for him, and the date and the final date for you to send those things out, so that we can all welcome Henry back here, congratulate him, and say one of us is there and is representing us. He's not just doing it for the first time. He's been on the Senate Beirat representing us. He's been doing it so well. So right now, Henry, let's talk to the people. How would they recognize you on the ballot paper and vote for you?
It's very easy and simple. Let me say one thing first. You mentioned something that the privilege everybody have here. You see, this is one of the things that I like about Hamburg. We cherish democracy and we live democracy, and this is also one of the reasons that you can see by yourself that this democracy also paved the way, for me to see it and tap it. So everybody is in fact eligible to tap this democracy. There are some part of the world where you don't even have that opportunity. So here we are that you have that opportunity. For Christ's sake, I will encourage everybody. I will help anyone also who want to be engaged in the political activities going on here. So in this election, we have two lists. Okay. We have two lists. One is the one they call the Landes list. In this Landes list, you will be your ballot paper will be all over Hamburg. Okay, all over Hamburg. So it's not only maybe if you are in Hamburg or Bergedorf or Wandsbek or Bamberg. For Landes list, you will be all over Hamburg, and then you will learn also to grab votes from all over Hamburg. So, but in my case, I decided to contest for the election from my constituency. That is then Hamburg Bergedorf. You see, Hamburg Bergedorf is one of the youngest constituency we have in Hamburg, but it's also a viable constituency where we have more than half of the people living there are also people of minority. That's what I mean, migrants like me. So we mixed up and we live in peace there. So in Bergedorf, that's where you will see my ballot. I am in the list 1 of the Social Democratic Party, that's the SPD, and then you will find my name on table 7.
Okay.
So that's where. So you can, if you are voting for me, you just cross 5, 5 times on my name there, and then it will help me a lot to get elected.
Okay. All right. We'll be coming back to that, and we'll take it from there. But meanwhile, let's go on a musical break, and we'll be right back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Woo! Yes. Don't forget, we need to.
Yeah, your video too.
Yes.
This is also another Nigerian making us proud right here in the diaspora. And in case you don't know why you must vote for Henry, after this song, we're going to be letting you know.
December.
All right, this is Henry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was B Cross. B Cross is based in Luxembourg, ladies and gentlemen. Check him out in all social media. Trust me, he is good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back right here. We still have our politician, one of our own, Henry Akanno of SPD.
Yes.
Here in Hamburg City.
Yes.
So now, Henry,
yes,
we've talked about how you started right here, how long you've been here, and all that. But the most important thing right now is your intention.
Yes.
Why would the people vote for you? What are your plans?
Yes.
All right.
This is the most important question, because even though I always have this motto in me that the world we live in is a show. And you need to perform, okay? You need to perform. So, in this particular issue, political ambition of mine, one of my major team that I'm going there is one about social, that is integration. You see, we have lived a legacy in this country. We have come a long way. So, what we have learned, we need to bring it to the government that this is how it is and this is how we feel it is. Look at this. I just asked myself, the government talks about integration. It talks about structure, but where are the people we are talking about this structure? So, how can you do integration when those people are not there to be part of the lawmaking and integration? So integration is going to be one of my top priority in Hamburg. How to make sure, because this integration, when I talk about it, is something big. So you can channel it also into education, for instance. That I want my children not to be criticized. I don't want racism to affect my children or even us in any area of our life. Is it where we work? Is it where we live? So we need all of these things. It comes under integration. So it's going to be one of my major area of expertise when I'm there. Then I'm also going to be working about living and accommodation. That is wohnen. We all know that in the city of Hamburg here where we live, oftentimes our people are being discriminated when they are looking for where they have to put their head. Because any man who has a place to sleep, can wake up in the morning fresh and go to his work. We have families to feed. So to have a better place to live, is going to be something I have to tell the government how to better communicate with our people, how to better help our people also. And then inside this warning again, we also are going to talk about flagging. That is how to take care of our old people. You know, we don't have to take this for granted, because the generation, those who came here in the early 90s and they came with like maybe 25 or 30, they are going into pension. And these people will need to be taken care of, you know, when they get old. Because in the pension house, maybe they don't know how we eat, for instance. Our culinary food, maybe they don't know how we eat our grease. So let us not put that, you know, that is going to fall from heaven. They don't know how we do our hair to keep us neat when we grow old. All of these things, they don't know how we pray, because it also belongs to our culture. You know, that is how we socialize with our being. So there is a whole lot of things that we need to put into practice and make sure that we don't for Christ's sake forget it. So these things are going to be part of it. And then we are also going to have, because in my profession, that's where I eat my money and make my money that I live, from transportation. So I'm coming also from this, you know, as a professional too. In the city of Hamburg, people are complaining about the tickets, the transportation from A to Z. The ticket fees are so expensive, and I can truly relate on many of them. For instance, children in the schools, students in the schools, and the students as well, and the single moms need to be also relieved. And then we have also our grandparents too. So these people, we are going to work out a better ticket schemes for them, so that they don't need to pay too much, you know. And then also those who earn just a little, we don't need to squeeze them out again, you know. Okay. So this is going to be the packages that we are going to introduce. Specifically, these are the things I'll be working on if I'm elected in the parliament.
Okay, all right, and that's also a good one. That's talking about the social aspect of our life here. What about we also have people who have studied back home.
Yes.
I've always been having this. That's why I love Hamburg.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people studied back home.
Yes.
They are here.
Yes.
They are graduates who came all the way from Africa.
Yes.
But because of probably they don't know what to do, and then they kept their certificates. Most of them are doing mega job.
Yes.
You know, it hurts.
Yes.
But the opportunity is right here in Hamburg City to dust up your certificate, go for a translation, take it to the necessary offices where they can tell you what next to do, and then you work the same job you studied back in Nigeria, right here. So what will you be doing in that area to wake our people up to, grab most of this? A lot of people went to technical school in Nigeria or in Ghana or in everywhere. A lot of them have master's degree. I've interacted with a lot of people, but I'm so sad to see most of our people, they are cleaning and doing something. So what can we do in those areas?
You know, this is the sad situation of those things you just mentioned. Basically, we all know that education is the window, and when you leap from this window, you can't be able to see the world more clearly. It's just quite pity that we still have a quite big numbers of our people who have credentials, who have degrees that they have been brought from home, that they can equally use it here because they are legally recognized in our system here. To refresh on that, I was with the Nigerian Scholars Association last year, November, and I had a whole day workshop with them where I was also explaining, I was lecturing them on all of these things, how to go about in having your credentials being processed, and then you get the same ticket that you got from home, and then you can employ it here and search where you can find a better job. And apart from that, we also have organizations, and I'm proud that the AGIC
Yeah.
AGIC is one of the stakeholders, in helping to explain some of these things. We have also many institutions which are truly related in this particular area to help our students have their credentials being translated and recognized by German education system. So, but the thing is, how the information flow, it flows in such a way that it got missed. It got to a different direction instead of going to the people that really needed it, those that it meant for. It doesn't really get to them. It doesn't really get them because we don't have enough volunteers or enough professionals. Because that is what is also affecting all the institutions that we have, the NGOs that we have. We have so many NGOs that are trying to do so many things, but we don't forget that the organizers or many of the members of these NGOs are not professionals. Let me put it this way: they are not professional. That means that they don't spend 24 hours of their time doing this job. They slice the time from their family, from their job, to do as much as they can. But what I'm trying to do when I enter there is to make sure that we have a project, that we have to establish a project that this project is going to help our NGOs, to help our NGOs so that they can professionalize in what they are doing. And what I mean professionalize is that when they got this training, then they can now decide that they can work for their NGO 24 hours the same way like they are going to other jobs. So they can work directly in their NGO and then be able then to assist these individuals that needed this help. Because nobody can do it better than we ourselves.
Thank you so much, Henry. You see, thank God you mentioned AGIC.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that AGIC has, done so much for this community. I wish we have more of this AGIC themselves. Because I remember I participated in the program of recognition.
Yes.
And that program was the Hamburg initiative, whereby you bring in your certificate and AGIC will show you where to go. They will even forward you to the necessary places where you need to, change this certificate to or back. But the problem was that most of our people were so reluctant.
That is the point.
They were so reluctant to go, because most of them will tell you, I've been here for 10 years, I've not done this now. And then they go halfway and then they withdraw back.
That is what I mean when I talk about professionalization. It means that we need to assist AGIC and then other NGOs that are concerned in helping our people get engaged, have the documents legalized and translated, and then push them back to work.
Okay.
And, look, because when we have more people like AGIC, then they will always be having workshops. They will be coordinating a whole lot of events. They will be going to the church, because the church, the mosque, this is where the numbers are. Good. This is where the families go every Sunday, Then, but you see, what I mean is, you see, who is going to pay for, getting this engagement out there, because it's a challenge. It's a challenge.
We will talk about this challenge, and we're also going to be talking about the Burgermaster in a while. But meanwhile, let's go on a commercial break, and when we come back, we're definitely going to be asking Henry more of these questions tonight. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
I am Theo going all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, hanging out to Tony Air on WhatsUp Naija 96.0 FM. Boom! African Heritage Radio Germany. Fire them!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back right here, and Henry's still here. And ladies and gentlemen, like time is not so much our friend, but we will squeeze all the best we know we can, and then we make use of it. So right now, the Burgermaster is willing to talk with the Africans, and most especially for this election. And you are making it possible.
Exactly.
Talk to us about that.
Yes, I think it is one of the big shot, one of the big step, one of the big jump I have done so far is to approach the mayor of Hamburg and have one-on-one discussions with him that how about it when you come to my people and have a one-on-one with them, because what I've been hearing is that you people don't care about us. You know, you people don't care. You don't think we are here, but we are here. And most of all, don't forget that we have over 20,000 Africans in Hamburg. You know, and which means we contribute also for the welfare of the state of Hamburg through tax paying. You understand? This is a good. In fact, I laid to him a whole lot of things, and he said to me, Henry, look, I will come. And in fact, it was just a big jump. So we started to negotiate when and how, and we come at an understanding that it's going to be on the 2nd of February 2020. From 12 till 1 o'clock or 1:30, it's going to be with us at the location in Neuerweg in Bergenhof. This is a church, and they have the biggest numbers of crowd, and obviously the venue is for us, the Africans, to have a one-on-one, and then it's going to be like this, that the burgomaster is going to come there and he's going to address the African people, what he thinks about the African people, the way he feels that he can help us more than I have just elaborated this evening. And then after that one, we would then have ultimate opportunity to discuss with him, to ask him pressing questions that are related to us. Is it about just what I have mentioned here before, like what do we do about those who are going to get the green card? You know, what we've just mentioned about the degree holders, African degree holders here in Hamburg. How do we get them a green card so that they can establish their life here, get a better job? We have so many sectors where they can also work. Is it by Siemens? Is it by Airbus? So many areas of their life that they can get booked and get the job, you know, and fend for their life. And then we can also ask them questions, just I also have said about housing opportunity. Hamburg, obviously, we know that a whole lot of people have moved into Hamburg in the last 3-4 years. So it has become a little bit more difficult for people to have houses on their own. And also another point I want to make in houses, not just only moving into an apartment, but also how to get also an opportunity to own also your own house. Because we shouldn't look at also that sector as that it is for the other people. No, it is for everybody. That you can, in fact, it's even when I look at it, it's even better when you own a house than when you live in an apartment somewhere. You will just ask yourself, how much is it? And how much am I paying where I live now? People are paying close to 1,000 euro in a month where they live. But do you know that you can't finance a house and paying, if not even less? You can be paying like 500 euro, or even if it is 1,000, but that house belongs to you. And these are the areas that our people have to look into. How can we make it possible? How can we educate our people that they can tap all of these resources? You know. Then another thing is, how do we get also our people also to work in the ministries, so that if you go to the let's say foreign police, you have our people there. If you go to the hospital, you have our own doctors there. If you are looking for a lawyer, we have also our own people there. If you go to the median, for instance, that we also have our people, because median plays a major role in our society.
Exactly.
Because when something happens, people know about it only through the median. And if we don't have our people working in the median, in the press, then this message never goes anywhere. It remains within ourselves. So we need to have our people also in the median, so that we can be able to market ourselves, market our culture, market also our discipline, the things we do amongst ourselves, that we can also be able to bring it there where the audience are. This is why we are here.
All right. Thank you so much, Henry. We're almost getting to 1 hour right now talking and discussing this issue. And we can spend the whole 2 hours and we still not be enough. But you see, I'm so glad that you are here and to explain a lot of things to us. And what would be, how will you encourage anybody that also want to train the same route you are following now? The Africans that want to come into politics.
Yes.
What will you advise?
My honest advice to our people here is, please don't give up. Don't lock yourself in a house and say, oh no, I'm not going to try this. Oh no, this is not for me. Oh no, they hate me. Believe me, nobody hates you. We live in a free society. Please go out there, learn the language. That is very, very important. Learn the German language. Spend 100 euro from your salary, go to the school in the evening and acquire this basic German language. It's very, very important because it is part of the education. It will open the window also for you to know more, to even read your own letter by yourself. It's very, very important. So this I will encourage everybody. I will encourage everybody also, those who don't have maybe driving license, they should also do driving license. It's part of, it's not a luxury, but it's also a necessity. You can also get a job through that, you know. And then also encourage yourself, volunteer. When you hear what is happening in your neighborhood, don't separate yourself what is happening in your neighborhood. Be part of your neighborhood and do what is also happening there. And then again, like now we have this exercise coming up, election. Tony here has put up this question. I think it is our right. It is our right. Are you voting for me? Are you voting for another party? Are you voting for another person? But it is your ultimate right to exercise this obligation as a citizen of Hamburg, to go vote. It is very, very important. And then you vote wisely. Look at where will it help you. Where will it help your life? Where will it help your society? We have talked a whole lot of things why it is important for us to have somebody from our side who is there. Obviously, we are going to flush out those areas that are a problem for us to make sure that we better ourselves. This is what I will encourage everybody. Go into the politics, go into the societies, go into the parties, join them, join organizations, and then be a movement, you know, for you, for your family, and for your kids. I think that is the best advice I can give to anybody who are listening this evening, to be a part of the society.
Okay. Thank you so much, Henry. It was so nice having you here. And before we round this interview up, I would prefer that you still talk about your, you know, the most important thing is that how people get to vote for you is very important. And that's so I still want you to, you know, let the people know, because a lot of people join us while we're already on air, and so that they know the important part, how to vote for you.
Yes. Please, if you are watching and if you are looking in Facebook, you can find me in Facebook. I'm present there in Facebook profile and page and Instagram. You can just search my name, Henry Akanno. You will find me there, and then you will see my flyers everywhere. Please help me to share my flyers. Tell your friends who are living in Bergedorf or anywhere close to Bergedorf. Inform them, inform your friends who are living elsewhere. Also ask them if they know somebody in Bergedorf who can just go out, because look, we have to take this serious. You know, it does not get us anywhere if we don't actively participate. Perhaps I need just 200 or 600 people in order to make this work. So this is why it is, please, I'm begging you people to talk to your friends and relatives in Bergedorf, to actually look on my name at the list one and number 7. You will see my name, Henry Akanno. I think it's different from every other name you will see there. And then you give me 5 votes. If we are able to get about 2,000 to 3,000 votes, I mean, that will help us to make a history. And this is what we are looking for. So I'm encouraging you, I'm asking you, I'm begging you to assist in this society, in this exercise, and so that it can be able to work. Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Henry. And in case you are a pastor and you are listening to us tonight, or you are not even a pastor, but you attend a church, from what you've heard from Henry here today, please take it to your pastor. Tell your pastor There's one of us that is contesting for this election, and that please make the announcement in your church, because a lot of us probably don't know, but now you know. So please don't keep it to yourself. When Henry gets there, we all got there.
Exactly.
So that's exactly what we are talking about.
Exactly.
So please take it to your church, take it to the mosque, take it to where you have your meetings, your regional meetings, your traditional meetings, and let them know that one of us, Henry Akanno, is an Igbo man, if you want to know.
Yes,
So
yes,
please,
yes,
let's take it there, down there, and let's go vote for Henry. Thank you so much, Henry, for coming around.
Yes,
And if
thank you,
there's
Tony.
still any other thing you want to let the people know, you have 1 minute to do that.
Yes. Yes. First of all, I want to thank Tony Air, the African Heritage, for this great opportunity to have me on air. I mean, this is one of the best things I'm getting from Tony and the entire management of Naija. Please go vote, assist me, help me to get this thing done. This is what I can appeal to you to get this job done. It is not about me, but it is about us. And when we have one of us there, it is a great opportunity for us to achieve those things that we have been fighting for all this while. So we don't let these people kidnap our vote and run away with it, but let us work hand in hand and get this city done, get this job done. This is my appeal tonight for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Henry, and it was so nice having you. And we can't wait to bring you back here and celebrate with champagne.
Yes, yes, that I can promise you.
All
That I
right.
can promise
Thank you so much for coming around,
Yeah.
and we wish you all the best, and we wish you good luck from African Heritage Management. We are all